Well, you finally made it down to Brazil like you were supposed to earlier this year. How's it all playing out versus your expectations on fight week?
It's amazing. I mean, being around Brazilians that have been, the whole part of my career. And so now it's just an honor to be able to be in front of the Brazilian fans that are actually knowledgeable about the sport and passionate about it and just fight and put on a performance for them.
You've had a lot of Brazilian support in your career coming up, but you know on Saturday night you're not going to have much Brazilian support. They're going to be booing you, yelling at you, all that. Are you prepared for being, the enemy?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all throughout even my collegiate career, I got used to going into another university and taking down their top dog. And so, it's nothing new for me. If anything, it's going to be more pressure on him because, the Brazilian fans are so passionate and they know what they're talking about. And so, they expect a certain caliber, fight from their fighter. Especially a guy like this, he likes to come out aggressive, explosive and try to get you out of there quick for his fans. And so if that doesn't happen, this could be a long night.
Yeah. Talk about the matchup itself because obviously you're supposed to fight Sergio. He's on the card. Was there any disappointment that you didn't get that fight, that you got Worley instead? I mean, how did it all come together and what did you think when they brought this opponent?
I was extremely disappointed actually because I wanted to play out that fight because he's a really really good ground guy and I want to make it a point in my career to kind of just kind of stomp out all those ground guys and let them know that I'm the best grappler in the division, and so I was disappointed, but this is a bigger name actually, a tougher guy, and I think he's going to bring out the best in me because every time I've had to fight someone that was considered the toughest, it gave me an opportunity to really grow as a fighter. And so, I think it's going to bring out the best in me.
As far as being down here in Brazil, was this something that you pushed for because you missed it earlier this year, or is it just the way the booking worked out?
It's the way the booking worked out. I really wanted that New York. Originally Rashad was scheduled on it, and then Michael got scheduled on it, and I love fighting with my brothers, and so I was pushing for that, but unfortunately it wasn't happening. And they originally actually wanted me to go to Philippines on that Manila card, but that whole thing fell apart. But I'm just excited to be here and put on a great performance. I'm glad it's actually here.
Yeah. You had some good things to say about Worley, but just break him completely down as an opponent. I mean, is there concern those opening few minutes? I mean, he does bring a lot of power to the table when the fight starts.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a concern. He's an explosive guy with just reckless abandonment early on in the fight because he's a big, strong guy. He knows most of the guys he's fought, he was bigger and stronger than, so he knew he was just going to come out and try to run over him. But the problem is, he knows that I'm a big, strong guy, and I'm not a guy that you can just come in and try to run over. I can wrestle for days, I can grapple for days, I can go for days. I'm not going to get tired. And so, hopefully he changes his approach, but if he doesn't, it might be a short night for him.
As you said, a well-respected name here. A win here. What's the plan moving forward? I mean, are you looking to make a quick run up the division? You still feel like you're developing as a martial artist? I mean, what's the plan from here?
Man, I'm 29 years old. A win here, I want Demian Maia. Demian Maia, I know he's waiting for that title shot, but that's a circus right now. You got Willie, with three guys that he's kind of interchanging with, but I know he don't want to sit there for a year and wait for them. So you know what? I'll be a tune-up for him if he wants that. But that's definitely who I want next.
I like that. When you play this thing out on Saturday night, how do you envision it going down? How do you get your hand raised?
I've tried. There's so many ways that I can win a fight. Everyone knows that. But I really want to get that knockout. Because a lot of people are seeing that as something that they don't think I have the striking. And so, if you can't stop my grappling, then how are you ever going to see the striking? You need someone to be able to come in, stop the grappling, and then I'll show you the striking display. But I would really love to get that knockout.